So I have genital herpes, and one of the craziest displays of stigma that I've ever noticed is I did a poll on Instagram, and I basically said, like, all right guys, so in a world where shame exists, in a world where you have to pick one of the two options that follow, who deserves more shame in general? Was it the girl who contracted genital type 1 from her virgin boyfriend, and she was also a virgin, and these two folks waited until marriage to consummate the thing, and her boyfriend got oral herpes non-sexually from his mom, and then she just by a chance contracted type 1 from his mouth down there through oral sex? Consensual marriage, loving partners, waited until marriage, that sort of thing. She now has genital herpes. Or should we shame the, let's say, guy or girl with a body count of, 117 at age 20? And I thought it was going to be like pretty obvious. Well, maybe the girl with the large body count, the guy with the large body count, because it's like kind of suspicious. But like, honestly, half the people I asked said, obviously the girl with herpes. And it makes me realize that, like, we don't do any more thinking other than surface level, other than like, oh, we heard the buzzword herpes, that must mean she's a slut, that must make him a bad person, that must mean something is, no. And I don't know, like, I don't set these things up. I just like to see how humans act, how we think, how we behave. And it actually shocks me that anything associated with the word herpes, regardless of sexual versus non-sexual, regardless of how and who and what the person did, it automatically blanket statement makes you a bad person, makes you dirty, makes you disgusting. It's absolute nonsense. And just seeing, like, the crowd's reaction to this makes me realize that, like, there's not a lot of thought behind the stigma. There's not a lot of thought behind the people who judge. And honestly, if you don't do much thinking and you just blindly assess things by a word, probably not going to hold much validity. And I'm probably not going to take your opinion or your words or your thoughts or your judgments or your criticisms very harshly. So just an eye-opening story. Most people don't do much thinking. They hear the word herpes, they're disgusted by it. They probably never got tested for herpes, probably don't know a cold sore is herpes, probably just don't do much at all. And for those who are diagnosed, me and you, watching this video, you're probably better off without them. But with that being said, if you're still sitting here, if you're still suffering with shame, discomfort, disclosure issues, dating issues, confidence, I put together a video, linked in the description, 3 breakthroughs I had to overcome my diagnosis. Give it a watch, it's going to help you guys out.